Hello, everyone. My name is Siggy Simmental, and this is my business plan for Triple S LLC. Just a little background of myself. I'm from Stratton, Colorado, located in eastern Colorado, right along I-70, just 30 miles east of the Kansas border. I have a farming background. I've been farming my whole life, been working at a farm located just south of Stratton. So have a lot of background with equipment and farming. We mainly do wheat, corn, triticale, sorghum, a little bit of oats, and there's a lot of feedlots located in eastern Colorado, just around my area in Stratton. There's about 10 pretty decent sized operations going on there. So there's lots of opportunities located in eastern Colorado and western Kansas as well. So Triple S is just my name, Siggy Simmental and Spreading, and it is obviously a manure spreading business. And I decided to do this as an LLC so that I can reduce risk and protect my personal assets while still maintaining flexibility in my business. And I plan to get started by taking out a loan from the Premier Farm Credit so that I can fund all the equipment to get started so that it's easier for me to get started. I don't have to start out so low. That way I can buy bigger equipment so that I can do bigger jobs more efficiently, get them done more precisely. So why I decided to go with manure spreading is, like I said, eastern Colorado, lots of feedlots over there. So it's a pretty open market. There's not a lot of competition in my area. There's a few spreaders going on there, but nothing crazy. So it's pretty open market for me to come into, pretty easy market. I'm able to help farmers and ranchers and feedlots get their feedlots clean. They can dispose of their manure, either sell it to me so I can spread it or spread it on their fields. And this will help farmers a lot because the price of fertilizer has gone up quite a bit. So if they're able to spread their own manure, it'll be a lot cheaper while still getting good nutrients into the ground, and which helps promote better soil health, helps with your NPK, and just helps a lot with that topsoil, especially in eastern Colorado, lots of wind. And I know a lot of farmers like to spread manure, so that kind of helps keep the dust down, especially in the early spring when the wind starts blowing pretty bad. This is my mission statement for my business. My mission of starting this business is to become successful in the manure spreading field. I will provide farmers with quality work at a fair price, and give them the best quality that I can so that I can build trust in my name and have loyal customers and know that I'm there to do quality work. I will work to become larger so that I'm able to offer my business at a more widespread throughout eastern Colorado and work my way into western Kansas so I can have more opportunities. This is a quick market rundown. So manure spreading is expected to grow 3.4% by the year 2031. I got that source from Manure Spreader Market, Transparency Market Research, and I will be charging at a rate of tons to the acre. And it'll vary depending on if I have to travel to take manure, if I have to travel with my semi to take manure, and if it's compost or raw. Compost being a little more expensive since it's harder to get access to. There's more utilization of manure spreading due to the high increase of traditional fertilizer input costs. It costs more to get fertilizer into the ground for farmers while they're still producing the same amount. And manure is going to be produced whether you need it or not. The cows are going to produce manure. So it's a great way to help clean out feedlots and help farmers get cheaper fertilizer into their ground while still maintaining good soil health. And there's not much competition in my area. There's a few guys, but I know feedlots are always wanting help getting their pins cleaned, and farmers always want to help getting manure spread since it's such a timely thing to do, and they obviously don't have the time to do it because they're always busy throughout the year in the growing seasons. So that creates a lot of opportunities for me to go in and help the farmers out and help the feedlots out while starting my business and growing. The next few slides are just a quick overrun of my financials. And here I have the first 3 years starting in 2026. And I think the first 3 years will kind of be the slowest while I'm still establishing my name and getting more opportunities for jobs. So my first year I have sales revenue of 150,000. And then you can see here I have my cost of goods, which was 50 grand, basing that off of the fertilizer or manure that I'm buying, and then gross profit, then my other expenses, and then I have my operating income, interest expense, which I just counted as my loan payments per year, and then income before taxes, and then income after taxes, which I just took off of the Colorado income tax. And then you can see the next year start with a little more sales revenue, a little better income, and that proceeds on with 2028, better income, better sales, which I think after 5 years I will be getting a lot more revenue because I will have established myself a lot better and hopefully have better, bigger equipment so that I can proceed growing. So here I have my balance sheet set up same way as my income the next 3 years. Pretty simple. Where I have my currents and my non-currents, which obviously includes all of my equipment, accounts receivable, my cash, and then I have all my liabilities, as you can see there, which includes like my loan payments, my long-term loan. Then I have my owner's capital and my retained earnings, which carries on to the next year every year. And same way as the income, kind of starts off slow, but then we start getting better, and hopefully get to see that carry on throughout the next couple years. Lastly, here for the financials, I have my cash flow statement for the next or starting 3 years. So I have my cash received, so I have my starting cash, my net income, my proceeds from loan, which you can see there, 350,000 loan I got from the Premier Farm Credit. And then I have my expenditures, so I have my operating expenses, which is buying the actual manure, and then operating activities. So I have all my legal fees and everything there, and then my loan expenses or my loan payment per year, and then that just carries on for the next 3 years, as we can see right there. This slide has my equipment listed. So I have a John Deere 8530 tractor that I'll be pulling my spreader with, which will have RTK GPS on it, so I can ensure I'm precise and efficient putting down the manure. And my spreader is a JBS 2630-34L, has a 68,000 pound capacity. And then for my front wheel loader, I have a Caterpillar 966 MXE. And then my semi truck will be a Peterbilt 389, and I will be pulling an MAS live floor trailer, 36-foot trailer. And that is for when transportation is too far for a tractor where it won't be efficient anymore. I can transport all the manure needed to the field so that we don't have to keep going back and forth. Since I will be charging a rate ton to the acre, and then if it's too far for the tractor, I will include a transporting fee. And since we're doing both compost and just raw manure, the rates will differ. Compost being a little bit more expensive since it's a little harder to get and actually produce. To conclude, I have my future goals. So pay off my loan as quickly as possible, double my fleet by year 5, create a more reputable name in my area, hire an employee so that I can do more work and kind of take the workload off me and spread it out so I can be doing something in eastern Colorado and he can be spreading in western Kansas. And build a better ROI. I know my ROI isn't the best right now, but my goal is to get that number up and build a more valuable business. So thank you for watching.